Amazing audience, we are live and it is Royce Gomez. You're real.
I'm real.
Nice
we
to meet you.
virtually and now we get to meet in person.
Wow, I appreciate you being here. You're real.
I'm real.
Yeah, you know, so many times in the virtual space, we're growing accustomed now to like seeing the face, the profile picture, and believing that's the person, right? I got to see you, right? I passed by you, sat on the side of you. She didn't even know I was there, right?
That's
and then
true.
she turned around and she was like, you're here. You'll never forget that.
I won't.
No, you won't.
I won't.
Tell me, what's the update? The last time we spoke very quickly. It was supposed to be 12 minutes. We took like 10 minutes. You spoke about the book that you co-authored, yeah? You also spoke about the book you were about to author as well. Did that come through?
It did. Let's back up for a moment about virtual connections being made live and for real, right? Because I've done 2 keynotes in the past week talking about connecting to people online and really making that connection real to them and reaching out to them and having live conversations. Even if we can't go across the miles and meet in person like you and I are today, but to connect via phone or Skype or Google Hangout and make those connections real. And so this is just so exciting because this is what I teach can happen in my presentations to audiences around the country. So
you're living the thing. Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm living what I teach.
You're living the thing that you're teaching, which is good and can be scary though, right? Like my experience now with goals is, do I really want to set that goal? Do I really want to go through that experience? Have you had a similar type model happen to you where you've set goals, got it, and now you're postured in a way, okay, am I going to set this goal because I'm wondering if I'm willing to do what's necessary to get to it?
Oh my gosh, that goes right along with the question of the books. The last time we spoke, I was releasing 2 books, and I had set a goal to release 2 books in 4 months. And I don't know why I said that, because then I was committed to actually doing it. But the result was I did do it. I cranked the 2nd book out in 2 days.
Sweet.
And 27 Secrets of Marketing, Your Ticket to Maximum Revenue, has been endorsed by Brian Tracy and John Formica, an ex-Disney executive that now speaks in the Americas and in Australia, and so they've given a testimonial to my book, and I am just thrilled with the results and stretching myself to meet that next goal.
So high fives, all right.
Thank you.
That's great. How does it make you feel knowing that you set the goal and now you've accomplished it?
Now it's time for the next one. One thing that I teach with my coaching clients is you can't rest on your laurels. You always have to be looking at the next goal.
Yeah. It's important, right?
It is.
Share with us the concept of your own unique real shoes, which is something I've developed, which speaks to, like, people see your shoes. You are wearing nice shoes, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And usually that's the effect, right, that we get from shoes. But people do not necessarily see the steps that you walk, which then connects to the struggles. What is one thing you've struggled over the last year?
Over the last year, the last year has been full of personal challenges. I have been so blessed that sometimes I don't recognize them, but I bought a house last year.
Sweet.
And it's almost 100 years old. And I've done nothing but repairs and painting and all this stuff that I don't know how to do. And YouTube and friends have been my best friend in teaching me how to fix this house up. And that's something that I never wanted to do, but it's taught me something about myself and my perseverance and my creativity that I can actually do this if I set my mind to it. And
that's amazing.
Been a personal challenge.
That's amazing. So you've gotten over that challenge somewhat.
Somewhat. I'm still in the midst of
She's
it.
like,
I have a paintbrush in my hand tonight.
How would you suggest to individuals that are listening that they approach challenges like those that they have?
Well, I'll give a business challenge I had. Another goal, along with writing 2 books in 4 months, was to schedule 12 podcast guests, because like you, I have my own podcast. And I set that goal, and just by setting the goal and making the statement live and out loud, it came to fruition. I had an agent and manager to a lot of musical artists, some who have had a legendary name in the music business and some up-and-coming artists. And he reached out to me, and we booked about 12 of his artists on my podcast, plus the other sources that I had. And so just setting a goal and getting it out there, speaking it, and then working with a coach to make it happen.
A coach is very important. Now that's something you do as well. So the name of your podcast is Royce Talks, or Royce Gomez Talks?
That's my business name. Thrive, A Woman's Journey to Victory is the podcast.
And there we go. So that's the podcast. The name of your first book is, which you co-authored?
The one I co-authored was an international bestseller with 30 artists, but it's caught up in litigation between the publisher and the agent.
All right, so you wouldn't mention
not
that?
On the shelves.
Okay, all right, cool. And the other 2 that you set the goal to accomplish, those are finished?
Those are finished. Those are for sale on roycetalks.com.
Wonderful.
We have the 27 Secrets of Marketing, Your Ticket to Maximum Revenue, and then we have the Secrets of Leadership, Leading to Your Maximum Potential.
Wonderful.
And there's a lot of my coaching stories referenced in that one.
Now you coach, what was interesting is when we were talking, you were telling me about the 75 women that you meet with, which was today. Is it 75 in the group? I'm very intrigued by that. Like, where did the inspiration come to make that step to go into that model of expanding your networks?
Actually, that was a group I decided to join. It wasn't my group that I started, but meeting with other success-minded women and getting different perspectives. For example, if you're a chiropractor and you just meet with chiropractors to learn how to grow your business, you're really learning from one perspective.
Yeah.
But if you're a chiropractor and you want to meet with a restaurant owner or a microbrew beer guy or a nonprofit exec or whatever, you get different perspectives, and it can really open your eyes to things you might not see in your business.
Yeah, which is good. One of the conversations we had today was about mastermind groups and how mastermind groups are very powerful, but it's very important to understand that the mastermind's purpose is not to apply the exact model that someone else is doing necessarily, but to apply the scenario in a perspective that is in alignment with what you're doing, which is 2 different perspectives. Very important, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets from what you have set out to accomplish and the things you have accomplished?
No regrets. No, I think everything is either a wonderful opportunity or a learning experience, and it's all in the way you perceive it.
I agree. When you heard that this guy from the Caribbean was coming to meet you, what did you think? You should see what did you think?
I love it. It really does bring those virtual connections to life, and I've experienced that several times because, again, that's what I teach.
Yeah.
And so I was just so excited waking up today that I knew today was the day I'd meet you and your wife and hear about your experiences across the country.
Yeah, we'll definitely dive into that more after this conversation. In closing though, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Thank you, Ingle, for having me on 12-Minute Convo, and I know the time passes quick, but it's been a pleasure.
It does pass quickly, right?
Connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and on my website.
There we go. And it's Royce Gomez, Gomez. And Royce is like Rolls Royce. That's simple, right?
That's simple.
Yeah, Royce, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you.
Boom. Did you have fun?
I did.
It was good.
Yes.